Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, here we go, people. We are along for the ride as we push to Facebook Live. As soon as we do that, then we will get started. So for anybody who is new with us or visiting, what is the date today? Does anybody know? Come on, people.
June
Anybody-
2nd.
What is it, Zach?
June 2nd.
That's right, it is. It's June 2nd, my friends. So everything we do today shows up 90 days later in everything we do in our life. It is June. The snow is gone. The birds are chirping. I'm looking outside my window here at the office and I don't see any more dirty snow. It's June 2nd.
I'll be in Vegas.
All righty. So, all right. So then do you have to give me back the host thing? Is that how it works, Allison?
Yes.
Okay. So here we are. This is going to be an exciting meeting. Obviously, we always like to celebrate our cappers. We have an ALC spotlight event that we're going to do today. Mum's the word, secret on that until we get there. We have Bill who's going to be talking. I know that we have Kevin from Cutco here. We've got some March calendar, all sorts of fun things. So I'm going to let Allison take it away.
Okay, we actually have 2 slides of cappers this week, so that's awesome. But first we have Allison Marr and Mike and Tina Reddick who run 1120 Real Estate Team. So if you have any noisemakers, let's give them a big round of applause. Unmute yourselves, people. And Allison or Tina, can either of you chime in for a quick minute and just give us any tips or tricks you have on what other agents can do to help reach their cap?
Hey, I'll go. Honestly, I just wanted to touch on sticking to the basics. It's really important to focus on those tasks of lead generation and lead follow-up. And you know, we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but focusing on those everyday tasks are super important. And loving on your database and getting yourselves uncomfortable. Like the year of 2020 for me was the year of getting uncomfortable because I had to get on the phone more and I don't like making phone calls. So I would say get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, I agree. And I think this year or whatever, 2020 more than ever, we were just able to really systematically touch our database using command. And we just really committed to plugging in and using it at a really high level and have seen a lot of great business come from that working in the background and just really working and dedicating our time to our sphere. So use command. That's my plug. I don't get paid. I'm not getting paid for this message.
All right, people, get comfortable being uncomfortable and use command. And then our 2 other cappers this week were Jen Strelka and Tiffany actually capped a couple weeks ago, but we skipped our meeting that week because of family reunion. So sorry about that, Tiffany, but congrats to you too as well.
Woohoo!
I don't know if either one, I thought I saw Tiffany on here. Do you have anything you want to say really quick, Tiffany? All righty. Well then, Kim, are you ready to move on to the next?
I think I am. So we shall see how this all works out. Peter Promisberger, are you on here? Do we see Peter? Oh, there you are.
I am.
Okay, just hang tight. So Peter is here. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay, so this is going to be fun. So our ALC members, which are on the next slide. So these are your 2021 ALC members, you guys. And so we talked as an ALC group and we said, you know what we're really missing is when we used to have these meetings live, the really fun part was beforehand, we would like sit at our tables and actually talk to each other. And sometimes it was about business. Sometimes it was about, hey, where did you get those awesome shoes? The ladies anyway, right? Or maybe it was about, I don't know, a button on your computer, like Peter discovered. He actually has a camera on his computer because Sue Arnold was in the lunchroom today and they were talking about that. So we talked as an ALC and we said the biggest thing that we're missing is that. So hopefully this is going to work. So each ALC member is going to lead a Zoom room. So we're all going to go on a little flight. We're going to get on a roller coaster. And you know what? Just get to know each other, have some fun, do what we used to do back in the day a year ago when we would actually socialize. So I just created rooms and I'm going to hit open all rooms and just go ahead, click on it, get in your room. And then I'll bring you back probably in about 8-10 minutes. And you can also pick their brains if there's anything you need help with. They're your people. So here we go. Are we ready for a ride? Unmute yourself because you're all going to have to unmute yourself. Everybody, on the count of 3, we're going to say, wee, and then you're going to go to your room. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Whee!
Click on your room. See you back here soon. Bye. Wee. I may be the only one left here saying we. And hopefully I'm putting everybody in a room. Let's see, we got some unassigns here. Just hang tight. And I feel bad for anybody who's watching on Facebook Live because it's not that exciting. You just get to see me. Okay. All right, so if anybody's listening right now, I got Jeff Anderson on the screen, Rachel, Jenny, Nancy, Mandy. Do I need to assign you to a room or are you just listening? So I don't know if anybody joins late. Max, you just showed
Just
up.
listening.
Hey,
Yep.
Kim, I'm driving. Can you just put me in a class? Because I can't see the screen to be able to pick one. Or can you put me in somebody's?
Yeah, I'm attempting to, Jenny.
Okay. All
So
right,
you can
thank you.
listen, but what's really weird is for whatever reason, I bet because you're driving, maybe it doesn't let me put you in a room. I wonder.
Oh, okay. I mean,
So-
I can stare at you too. That's fine.
Yeah, but you get me. So all the people that are left here, you get me. So, okay, Jenny, where are you driving to? Are you off to an appointment?
I just left the showing and I have some time. So my son lives nearby. So I'm going to go visit with him for an hour before I go back to the office.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so you and I are going to be on Facebook Live. It's just going to be you and me because everybody left and they're in a room. Is there, I guess, tell me, okay, your son, how old is your son?
He's 24.
Oh, and are you okay if we just chat here or do you need to concentrate right now on the road?
No, I'm fine. I'm just sitting at a red light.
Oh, you're just sitting at a red light. Cool. So he's 24. So you have a 24-year-old and then how old are?
The next one, he will be 21 in April. And
Oh, okay.
then I have a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old.
Okay. That's right. So we're parallel-ish lives because I've got a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old myself. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep. And yours are girls, right? You have two girls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have 3 boys and 1 girl. And my nephew just moved out of my house on Saturday. He lived with us for about 3 years. He's 21. So he just moved out. So, and Joey just moved out. It was about 2 months ago. So we went from having, 8 people. And then if you count their boyfriend and girlfriend or their girlfriends that stop over, that's an extra 2. So we went basically from 10 people to 5
Yeah. Wow.
or 6. I'm not good
Holy
at math,
mackerel.
whatever, 6.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
See here. Just hang tight for a moment. I got to see my room sizes.
Yeah.
Think we're good. Okay. Is there anything that I can help you out with in your business, and besides finding you a home for your buyers, of course?
I was gonna say,
I know.
really need a duplex.
Don't go there.
I know. No, I think the business is going pretty good. I just had another closing yesterday, or not yesterday, on Friday. Yeah, it's just the buyer needs. That's it. I did order some door hangers for my neighborhood, so I'm gonna start farming my neighborhood more.
Well,
Just
that's
waiting for
good.
the wind to die down so I can do that.
And Dana, I just see that you popped in. I just assigned you to room 2. We're doing a little bit of a room breakout right now. My rooms are very uneven. It's like one room I have 8 people, and then one I have like 1 or 2. So click your screen, Dana, to join the room. Okay, good. She just went. Beautiful. So, okay, so you're doing some farming. Are you doing, so farming, a little tip around farming is called Every Door Direct. Are you doing that?
No, my neighborhood is small. There's only maybe 100 houses in our neighborhood.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna walk and put a door hanger on their doors.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So,
And when I made the door hanger, I made it specific to my neighborhood. Like I have we're called River's Edge, so I have that on the door hanger. And
okay.
I ordered enough so I can do them now, and then in 2 months, hang door tags again.
Cool. Okay, so I got somebody here. So Carrie, I can see you just popped in. We're doing a little bit of a breakout room to get to know each other. So you should have pop up on your screen, join a room. So you can go ahead and hang out with that group there. We're hanging out in our rooms. So I just added you to a room. Okay, cool. The worst part is then I just sit here and talk to myself. Or Jenny. I just sit and talk to
For
Jenny.
me, I'm here. Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Yeah. What would be your biggest tip? Because we are on Facebook Live. So, all right, how long have you been in the business now?
Since July of 2019.
Okay. So, wow. Okay, so you've surpassed that. On average, something like 85% of those that get in the business are out of it in less than 18 months. So, congratulations.
Yeah. Yes,
It's the
yay, thank you.
Yay, it's real. This is your
Yeah.
real career. Okay, so if anybody's listening here on Facebook Live or later on watches this, if I'm a newer agent, what would be your top tips that you would share with me so that I can be the 80%, not the, or be the 20%, not the 80% that don't make it?
Don't give up, your leads will come. Yes, I have several leads now that are, from working my sphere of people. So that one, definitely don't give up, because I was really frustrated in the beginning. Like, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that's looking for a house. And if they do own a house, they just purchased it, so it's not like they were ready to sell. So just, keep working that, keep talking to, the veteran agents like Terry Lewis and the Shipleys, Jen Strecka. I work their brain all the time. Jeff Nevin. I don't know what other advice I would be able to give.
No, that's perfect. The whole don't give up. I'm just so you know, I'm closing all the rooms now, so they'll all start arriving in about a minute, because it's just like anything that we do, whether it's exercising, learning a new instrument, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's just not giving up and following through, and just keep doing the activity and connecting with those that are, have been in the business longer than us. So that was great advice.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Did you all on the way back? Whee! It was hard because I don't think my room sizes were even. Like in one room, I put like 4 people, and then in another one, I put 8. So, but anyway, welcome back, my friends. I'm going to do the countdown in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We should all be back now. Here we are back in our own square. Welcome back. All right, so you're all muted. Someone share with me like how your little Zoom room went. I would love to know. Sue Arnold was like laughing on her way back. So I just want to know how did this go? You're on mute.
It was so good. In my Zoom room, I got to meet Carrie Karnitz, who joined the Prestige office. So I obviously haven't had a chance to meet her in person. So I got to hear some interesting facts she told us about herself.
Anybody else? Ahas?
Ours was good too. We had myself, Brad, Alex Woodward, and Dana Lazich. So I got to learn what Alex was having for lunch. That was cool. And we got to hear from Brad about being dual licensed in Arizona and working on Florida, I believe it was. So that was kind of cool because Alex just got his license. And so he was learning some nuggets from him, but
yeah.
good. Brad needs a camera though.
Sue, what were you going to say?
We learned Max was in our room along with Rachel, Allison, Nicole. Oh, I'm missing one. A couple of more.
Sosa.
Sosa. We learned that Max is engaged, Allison said, and we asked him if he wanted to ask all of us ladies any questions regarding the wedding. And he said he wasn't involved in all that. He was just going to show up. So that's what I was laughing about.
Yeah. So Jenny Ungerecht got her and I, because she's on her phone for whatever reason, like it doesn't give me the option to move her in a Zoom room, and I don't know why. So we just chatted it up about her family, and she's surpassed the average, which the average is within 18%, over 80% of those, no, within 18 months, over 80% of those that get in the business are out of the business. And she's now a realtor because she's past her 18 months. So,
Yay, Jenny.
That's right.
all right. Anybody else something to share? Okay, cool. Well, thank you. So isn't it funny how that felt a little odd at first, right? Didn't it? Like you got in your room and you're like, oh, right? We learned about what somebody was eating for lunch or somebody got engaged. We forgot this is what we used to do a year ago. So it's a year ago now, a little less than a year. It'll be a year like in about 2 weeks. And I should look back at my notes when we started our first team meeting Zoom, when we didn't have a clue, like we were like, okay, not really sure. We didn't even know about Zoom rooms back then. So it's been over a year. And so we forgot what it meant to have like human connection and to like show care beyond how many transactions are you closing, right? To connect. So our plan is to do this like probably the first team meeting of each month. And I would encourage you in any of your Zooms that you're leading, even if you take 3 minutes, there's something to be said when we can be in a more intimate group, because this is very intimidating when we're like this, right? And it's hard, like, should I raise my hand? Should I talk? Should I not? If I unmute, is anybody gonna know? So thank you for participating in my Zoom room game. So, all right, we'll move on to our agenda now, because we have a bunch of stuff to cover. So thank you, ALC members. You guys are amazing. Somebody get Brad a camera. All right, so Bill, I'm going to give you the floor. What do you have to give us as an update on your grant programs?
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah. Now we can't. You were there. Now you're gone. You're on mute, Bill.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay,
Just had to hit the
welcome back.
button. Hey, everyone. So, I have a really short success story that came up just last month. I had a customer that wanted to purchase their first property, and they were really encouraged by family and friends to buy a duplex. And, one of the things that we all have sometimes when it comes to loan products, for me, and maybe like for you, it might be something about the real estate business that you don't necessarily think about trying because you haven't done it before. So I'm going to be, I'll say, just really humble and sincere about one thing. I've never done a 5% down duplex transaction in my career. And I did one of those last month. So I helped a customer get a WIDA loan with 5% down on a duplex. And where normally you would have to have at least 15% down for owner occupied and 25% down for non-owner occupied. So this guy was super happy to become a landlord and have his own duplex, and it was great. And that's my segue into the topic for today for Bank 5.9 and for Bill the Banker, and that is grant programs. So while you're helping your first-time buyers, keep in mind that there are opportunities for us to do a value add for the customer. And the value add really isn't as available everywhere as you might think. For example, did you know that the Down Payment Plus program that gives a first-time buyer, $6,000 up to that amount if they meet the income requirements? That program's only available through bank chartered lenders. So there's going to be some local banks in the community, but there's also going to be some mortgage brokers out there that can't offer this program. Did you know that New Berlin has a grant program for $2,500 and Bank 5.9 is willing to match that? So we could give a customer up to $5,000 if they're purchasing in New Berlin. We also have grant programs for West Dallas and opportunities. Really want to make sure this is clear. This is for owner occupied buyers purchasing 1 to 2 unit properties. And it's going to be for, with income limits, we have to keep in mind that the people do need to qualify. So one of the things I want to make sure as a best practice we keep in mind if we're talking grants with buyers is don't make the purchase transaction about getting the grant. Treat it like a complement to the transaction, because there are occasions where someone may not qualify for a grant after we fully review their income. And we want to do an income review with them by collecting their tax returns, their W-2s and their pay stubs, so that we know that they're going to fit into the program. Sometimes people think that that's the reason they want to buy a property. And if they don't get approved for the grant, they suddenly change their mindset. And we don't want that to happen. If anyone has any questions about grant programs or first-time buyer programs, I'm next door to the vacant Focus Title office. Come on over and visit me anytime.
Yeah. And just a reminder on Focus Title, they moved upstairs. So when you're in the office, go check out their new digs. Pretty cool. And man, they're putting on their steps for the closings down here. So
thanks everyone.
Bill. All right. So we're in a new month. We've got March calendar and just a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. So we're going to move into, we're going to start with Happy Anniversary Month. Happy Anniversary Month. Look at this crew. Look at this crew. Happy anniversary. We've got our 3 years, Allison and Etna. Look at that. Andy Geppert, 5 years. So when you run into these people, congratulate them on their anniversary. That's pretty cool. So congratulations, and big congratulations to all of you realtors who made it to the 2 years. This is your career, as we say. Woo! Okay, so March, I'm just going to slow down. It's really hard for me to slow down, so I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. So a couple of things. Right now we're kind of, from time to time, we're live, then we're on Zoom, then we're live, then we're on Zoom. So we're attempting to, create some smaller live trainings. So Mia and I were talking this morning in between the transition between Recruiting Bridge, which was our internal CRM that you guys were in, and Command that you're now in. Now that we're all fully using Command, as you know, sometimes, usually on Tuesdays for the team meetings, you get a text. So we're going to go back to the daily training text, okay? Because if we make a change, as much as this calendar is here and written in a pretty pen, it's very fluid. So we could change things. So the texting number from Twilio, which is hooked up to our Command Market Center account, the end of the texting number is 5911, 5911, 262 something, 59111, 911. I can't remember. But anyway, that text number, save it on your phone. Don't stop it. Don't block it, because now you'll know. And if on the fly, we have to quickly pivot, shiv it to, there you go. Abby's got it. 414-240-5911. Save that as your office text number. So if we pivot or shivot, you know, okay? And that's why we always say, just, pay attention to that, or that's what we're going to get back to. So some things to point out. We've got some amazing productivity coaching accountability group that Steph is leading on Mondays. Upstairs today at 1:15 is the listing presentation live with Scott and Tina. We've got all our masterminds. So operations mastermind, those are for anybody who has a team that has an admin, or if you don't have an admin and you'd like to learn about the operations part of running your business, that's run by Katie. We've got our budget model on the 17th, our organizational model on the 24th for anybody who's building a team or leading a team. And then the One Thing Mastermind on the 31st with Chris Ruskowitz. We've got opportunities trainings with Abby on the 15th. And then just as a little reminder, our social media workshop. We'll get to some details on that, but that is on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the week of the 8th. So that's our training calendar. Lots of great stuff going on there. What else do we have? Oh, we already talked about this. So Tina, I know you're here. Do you have anything to add for this that people should know, or will things be shared afterwards if anybody misses it?
So I know I've had a couple of people have asked me if it's been on Zoom, and unfortunately it will not be, but we will share all the drive. And so know that if you're coming today, bring your computers. You will be leaving with a listing presentation. The mindset should be like, oh my gosh, I have to hurry up and get this listing presentation because I have a listing at 4 o'clock today. That's what we want you to do, because we know if we don't finish it here, then we get busy in our real lives and then we don't finish it. So Scott and I are really determined to have you guys do this and walk out the door with something that you can just perfect later and adjust later, but you could literally go take a listing at 4. So bring your computers. It's going to be great. It's going to be easy. We've got lots of stuff for you to pick and choose from. So you're not going to have to recreate it. We're going to rip and repeat this one.
Yeah. Thank you. Perfect. And then I don't know if Katie Goldstein is on here, but I did talk a little bit about this. Katie, are you here? I didn't know if you had anything to share. I feel like I didn't see her.
Yes, I have. I'm excited for tomorrow. All the topics tend to really vary. We don't necessarily have an agenda. It's sort of like what people come with questions or things that they're struggling with, or a checklist that they're kind of stuck on. I usually have a list of things that we can talk about, but we kind of open it up to the floor first and then go from there. But I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and then we have up here, so just a reminder on our social media workshop, our marketing communication workshop. Mia, do you want to add anything for this? If you can.
Yes. Yeah. So the graphic that we have in the right, so this is the checkout. So I think what's a little bit confusing, and what has clearly confused people that that have tried to go on and register, is going to the registration will take you to the people that are hosting the workshops page. Below, as you scroll down, there will be a button that says register. If you don't look very closely, right above that gives you the code to enter. I mean, it puts it here, but it's a little bit easy to miss. You click register, it takes you to an Eventbrite page. It says it's $500. It's not, obviously. It's $49. But what's confusing is people will miss where it says to enter the promo code, because I think most of us are used to it being either a sidebar or maybe it's the second page of the checkout page. So it's really easy to miss. That's why it's circled up in the upper left. That's where you're going to enter the code Milwaukee, and then your price will change to $49. So don't check out unless it says $49. If for some reason you checked out and it was $500 and now you're freaking out, call me, because I will call Nate, who is hosting this, and he is able to fix it. So it's not the end of the world. You don't actually have to pay $500. But just in case you do, there's a way to fix it. But just so everyone knows that this is where you enter the promo code, because it definitely confused me at first.
Here's the good news the good news is you're getting a $500 value for $49. And then here's the other thing for all of you that attend all three, and keep in mind they do stack on top of each other. So it is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3. So if you attend all three, we as a market center believe in this course so much, we're reimbursing you $25. So it's practically, say it with me, somebody unmute and I'm gonna like mouth it and you're gonna say it. So it's practically
Free.
Yeah, love it. All right, thanks Mia for clarifying. Woo, look at these beauty queens. All right, so Nicole Lasaki, do you have anything to share?
Yes, I have all kinds of fun stuff to share. By the end of the day today, I'm going to create a folder in the one spot for resources to have emails, social media posts, some verbiage, anything that you guys want to take from there and be able to use, whether it's sending it out to your database in an email campaign, emailing to your family and friends, posting on social media. It's going to be all there for you to use. So check back and look at that later today. I'm also going to try to post some things this week on the Keller Williams page for Facebook, so you can cut, copy, paste, rip it off, duplicate it, do whatever you want to be able to post on your page with the link. Right now, we have $225 in the pot, so that's pretty exciting. The more people that participate, the bigger that's going to get. I also want to remind you guys that there are a box of pink wigs, very similar to the ones that you see on your screen right now. You're welcome to come in and take your own picture, your own selfie, and be able to use that. Anybody that does donate, there's a running list on the website. They get a little kudos. And then in the office, we have gratitude cards that we can also send as an extra touch to your database. So that's all I really wanted to share. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out, and let's just have fun with it.
Nice. And our goal as a team, Keller Williams team, is $5,000. There's no reason that we all can't share this on our social media, make calls to our database, whatever, just share it everywhere and let's do it. It's a great cause. Thanks, Nicole. This is a save the date. Thursday, April 8th, 4 to 7 p.m. More information will follow. We are having our 2020 awards event at the New Berlin Ale House. We will also have a Zoom option for those that cannot attend or aren't going to attend. We do want to recognize everybody. So just watch for more details on that later. We just wanted to make sure we put the save the date out there. So celebration. All right, Kevin Marr, you're up next.
Woo! Good afternoon. I'm excited to talk to you guys today virtually and not in person. Normally in person, I have to bring food for everybody. This time I don't have to buy 2 extra pizzas for my buddy Mark Dorlak. So I'm fired up about that. I'm going to give away a $75 piece of Cutco at the end of my talk. So stay tuned on how to win that. Basically just going to talk for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to introduce 2 of my favorite clients, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their experience. So for those of you guys aren't familiar with Cutco, we've been around since 1949, and about 10 years ago, we started our closing gift division. So we now do gifts for thousands of realtors across the United States and Canada. We just had our biggest year ever last year, just because of the outstanding value we are providing to our lenders and realtors that we're working with. So I'm here today to talk to you guys about making sure that your clients stay your clients forever, and that you stay top of mind with every single client that you work with. The reason I say that is that if your clients can't remember you, they can't use you again or refer you business. And the last time I checked, the name of this game is getting repeat clients and referral business. Yes or yes? Yes. So every good realtor on this call knows that at the end of every transaction is actually the beginning of a lifetime relationship with that client. And at the end of that transaction, we have an opportunity to brand ourselves that usually goes by the wayside. So that's where we come in. We help you brand yourselves long-term, retain clients, and get more referrals naturally through your gifts, whether it be closing gifts, referral gifts, anniversary gifts, or gold client gifts. I'm sure everybody in here gives something at the end of a transaction, a gift card, a gift basket, a night out, something. I'm not here to say that people don't like what you're giving them, because people like pretty much all gifts, right? I mean, who doesn't like a gift? It's free. The main challenge we found is that what happens to 90% of the gifts 1 to 3 years down the road? They're gone. They get it, they like it, they eat it, they spend it, it's gone, right? The other 10%, think about it. Where is it? On a shelf, on a wall? They just don't get used that much. So what we've done at Cutco is we found a way to turn your gift into a long-term branding tool that serves a purpose for your business. Now, I'm actually going to share my screen here to show you just an example of the gift. So essentially, a lot of you guys are familiar with Cutco. What I'm going to ask you to do, if you own Cutco, if you could please put in the chat how long you've owned it and what you like about the product. So if you own Cutco, please put in the chat how long you've owned it and just what you like about Cutco. So basically what we do is we take the Cutco line of products. We make over 100 different products. We take it and we engrave it with your name, number, and logo right on the product itself, just like this. And so basically what this allows you to do, we've been at a number of National Association of Realtor events. And what we've learned from being there is that 80% of the population say use their realtor again when the time comes for them to buy or sell a home. But when the time comes for them to buy or sell a home, less than 20% do. Why do you think that is? The main problem is that they just can't remember who you are. So we're here to help you close that gap. And basically when they see your name in their home every single day, it creates that top of mind awareness that a closing gift actually should create. And so the next, another thing we've learned from being at the NAR events is that where do people hang out in the home the most statistically? The kitchen. So this gives them something that they're going to use every single day in their kitchen around friends and family. That's also why we came out with the red and the white handles. So it'll naturally spark conversation about you and your services when you're not there, which is nothing but a good thing. Also, the gifts are 100% tax deductible as advertising. So the IRS normally allows you to write off $25 per gift. Because they are engraved with your name, number, and logo, you can write the entire gift off. The last thing is just how easy they are to give. And so basically, what we do is we get you a 6-month supply or a 12-month supply of gifts on hand so that you can just grab it, give it, and you go. No time driving around shopping for gifts at the last minute. So you can focus on your business. I know KW is really big on creating systems for your business. So this is a system for you, so you can focus on income producing activities and your life in general. So people are cooking at home now more than ever. So our gifts have never been more relevant to give. I'm going to have a couple of my clients say a couple of words, and then at the end, Kim, I'm just going to do a call to action and give away a free piece of Cutco. So I'm going to have them speak, and then I'm going to say something after that real quick. So
awesome.
If Sue Arnold, if you wouldn't mind, Sue, I've been working with Sue for a couple of years. She loves giving Cutco. I just wanted to ask her what are a couple of things she loves about giving Cutco.
Hi, I love giving Cutco, one, because it is handy. It's in my office at home. They come in a really pretty box. They come with a little elastic thing that you put around the corners with a bow on it. So that shopping is done. I recently sold a family friend their home, and they moved to Arizona. Buzz and I went to Arizona about a month ago, and they invited us over for a Packer party. So I asked if there was something I could do to help. We went into the kitchen and I cut some cheese and she gave me this knife and I actually didn't recognize it right away, but it had my name on it. And it was a big red handle and it was the Cutco that I gave her. And she gave me this knife and she goes, these are my favorite knives. I use them every day. I'm like, what? So that was kind of fun. And, we had a chat about it. And just the fact that she's using them and I was there to witness that was kind of enlightening. So yeah, they're liking it.
I love it. Thank you so much, Sue.
You're welcome.
And then, my sister, Allison Marr, I know that she also uses the gifts. I know she wouldn't spend as much money with me just because she loves me. But Allison, what do you love about, or what do you like about using Cutco?
Yes, I am his favorite client.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, same as Sue. I love that it's just grab and go. I order like 10 to 15 gifts at a time. So they're just sitting in my office. And whenever I have a closing, I just grab it and I'm prepared. Before this, I used to go to Board and Brush and make like specialty closing gifts for my clients. And although it was very sweet, it was like extremely time consuming. I was spending a lot more money, number one, and I was like in the classes for like 2 to 3 hours. So it's just a big time saver. And I get to expense 100% of it, which is super important to us. Also, one of the newest items that I've been giving away is the spreader. So it's great for referral gifts. So if you have this client or a few of your like VIP past clients that give you a lot of referrals and you're just sick of like sending them Starbucks cards, the spreader is like good for spreading peanut butter or spreading frosting or whatever. And it says, thanks for spreading the word. So it's a really cool referral gift as well. So I like
Beautiful. Well, thank you guys so much. So yeah, basically in closing, like I said earlier, I'm going to do a drawing for a $75 piece of Cutco. So what I need you to do is take out your phones, open up your texting app, put my number in your texting app, and don't text me yet. I'm going to put my number in the chat. It's 262-894-6795. Again, 262-894-6795. Before I do the drawing, I want to help you guys out. So if you're interested in the gifts or you want more information, text me your name and the word sharp right now. So if you're interested in the gifts or you want more information or have questions, just text me your name and the word sharp right now, and I'll follow up with you. Anybody who orders this week is going to get $75 in Cutco free for me. And then the first 3 people to order are actually going to get $125 in free Cutco. So if you're interested, text me your name and the word sharp. So that automatically enters you into the drawing. For the rest of you guys, anybody who hasn't texted me yet, just text me your name and the word drawing. And then just text me your name and the word drawing and I'll get you in the drawing. So thank you guys so much and good luck the rest of the year.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Okay, so that was fun. Little hint there, if you do any listing seminars, right? People are starting to do listing Zoom seminars, buyer seminars, like so easy to collect people's cell numbers. You just do a little giveaway. Love it. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you for always helping sponsor our events too. We appreciate that. Okay, cool. What do we got next? I think maybe Steph Sosa's up next. I don't know. Yeah, Steph Sosa, the floor is yours, girl.
Okie dokie. Yes, I'm getting my camera and everything all set. So we have lots of fun news. If you want to go to the next slide for us, we have just continually had our agents in production here. So Reed Larson had his first closing. So congrats on that. And then Carol did not have her first closing, it's her second, but it deserves some recognition as well, because as we all know, listings are highly coveted in today's marketplace. And so she got a listing and had it close just yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. And then Ryan Couts has his very first accepted offer, and it too was a listing. So these guys are just rocking it. So give them some praise and shouts. Make your noise. Very fun stuff.
Nice. Thanks, Steph. Love it. All right, Miss Abby.
All right. I want to start off with a really quick question. How many of you are active in the KW Command Facebook group? Hands up. Could be a good or bad thing, right? We can see how it can roller coaster. So I actually have direct connections with the admins of that group, with the Labs Advisor group. So if you see something that seems inappropriate or, you know, anti-command or whatever, just let me know. But I also noticed that a lot of times they refer to, have you reached out to your MCTT? And you're probably like, who in the heck is that? And I realized that this has not been formally like shared. It's kind of been assumed, but that stands for Market Center Tech Trainer, and that is yours truly. So I just want you to know that if somebody tells you to reach out to your MCTT, who can then talk to your RTT, I know we're weird, that would be me. And then I can reach Gordon, who's our regional tech trainer at a higher level, if we need to escalate an issue. So I just wanted to start with that. So there's no confusion around that. And then I also wanted to jump into showing you a really quick, I don't know how much time I have, like 5 minutes?
You got a good amount of time.
Okay, there's not much after me?
It's 12:47, so yeah.
Cool. So I want to share something, and I know Steph Sosa was super excited about this, but Smart Plan triggers. Steph emailed me, and I could feel the excitement in her fingertips that she typed that message out, that you can add somebody to a Smart Plan just by adding a tag to their contact card. So you can automate it. And so I just want to show you really quick how you can do that. And this was, I think, briefly mentioned in my Smart Plans class. But if we're in the Smart Plans applet, I'm not going to set up a Smart Plan in this time, but I'm going to go to one of the ones I already have. And let's see, email to database. So if I go into one of the Smart Plans I've created, you'll notice that when you're building one, you can choose a Smart Plan trigger. Actually, I have to undo this first so I can show you. And so what this means is for this Smart Plan, one of the ways for the Smart Plan to start is by having a tag associated with the contact. So you can choose what kind of trigger you want. So any kind of, right now there's just the contact tags. There's more coming down the pipeline, but now I can choose from all of the tags I have in Command. And when I add this tag to a contact, then they will automatically be added to this Smart Plan. Same if you add contacts into your database with the tag, they'll automatically go onto those Smart Plans as well. So if these are like past clients, or like I have my friends and family in here, I automatically have them, as soon as I tag them, either family or friends, they automatically get thrown on one of my email Smart Plans that talk about me being in real estate and how I know hundreds of lovely agents that are top agents in our area. So if I go here and put, I think testing was the one I was going to use. So anyone that has the testing tag will get this Smart Plan. So when I choose it, it's going to tell me any contacts that already have this tag will not be added. This is everything from this point on will be added to that Smart Plan. So I'm confirming that. And so if I go into my contacts, that can save your work up there. If I go to my contacts and add that tag to someone, I'll show you that the Smart Plan starts. So I believe I have Allison in here. Allison, you might get an email and it probably won't make sense. So if I go to Allison and I'm going to add that tag to her. right down here. There, added the tag, and you can have unlimited amount of tags. Hit save. You can see that she will be added to that. So if I go, I think out of here. I probably actually thinking I did not save this, but let's see. Here we go. There's my smart plan. So it was one quick step, which is why it already ended. But this was my email. She would have gotten an email from me when you're ready to sell your home. So
I
it
just
stamps
got it.
right away. Sweet. So just by adding the tag, I never added her to a smart plan. I didn't even put her contact information in the smart plan. Just by adding the tag, it set her up on there. And so these are the types of things that you can set and forget. Now, keep in mind, I would only do this for contacts that have a pretty general need. So like if it's a very specific smart plan, I would probably do those as a one-off. But think about it, anybody that maybe you have a newly added to my database smart plan, and they're just getting general information about you as a real estate agent. That's harmful, but if you have harmless, sorry. But if you have, maybe they're tagged as buyers, you have a certain buyer smart plan and they automatically get put on that smart plan. So tons of things you can do with this. I have this for onboarding as well. As soon as I add an onboard smart plan or the onboard tag, they automatically get put on my onboard smart plan. I also have a smart plan for recruits. So after having a tech audit and going over command and showing them what it can do before they're ready to join KW, I add them to the recruit tab, and they start getting my smart plan for recruits, which just talks about KW, it talks about command, automating your business, all of that good stuff. So really cool feature to automate a lot of the stuff that you can do in here. So any questions on that? Did anyone else learn something new?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds amazing to me. Like, mind blown.
Yeah. And there's a lot of really great other things that they are going to be doing with that, with other ways, not live at this point, but when you get social media leads, there'll be a feature down the pipeline where they will come in with a tag, which in turn will add them to a smart plan. So all of your Facebook leads, and John Morris mentioned this on his Connect Live, so don't shoot the messenger. But when you get a Facebook lead into your command, they'll tag it Facebook lead or whatever you want it to be, which in turn will add it to a smart plan if you trigger it by that tag. So think about it. You get all these leads into your database and you haven't had to do anything with them because it's all automated. Again, this is not live yet, but these are things that are coming down the pipeline. And I know I was specifically talking to Kalina about this because she said, when I get a lead from Facebook, do I have to go add it to my contacts and then tag it and all that? And I'm like, yes, that's how it is right now. And then I heard John mention this and I'm like, there you go. So it's coming, but like they said in a lot of the family reunion stuff, their number one absolute priority is stability for our tech. And we actually had Carl Liebert and Matt Green on our call today and just reiterated that. They showed us the plan. And so it's legitimate, guys, when they're being transparent about making this stable, that is their only focus right now. And rolling out new features is still going to happen, but treading very lightly and making sure that we are providing technology that works. So that's all I had.
Wow. Thank you, Abby. Love it. Take note of the command. Is that what it's called? Mastermind later this month? Is that what we call our mastermind?
Yeah, Zach is leading that and I'll be there as well. This kind of stuff is what we talk about and walk through it and do things. It's like a workshop. So make sure you join us. I believe it's the 19th. It's a Friday this time because I think there's a Scott's KPA class, maybe something. So join us for that. And I always learn a handful of things from Zach. That's for sure.
Thank you. So helpful. Okay. And I think maybe we're just then Tina might be next with coming soons. I don't know. Let me just look. Stay here. I can just look real quick. I think that's it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good because I have just a question for everybody. I was talking to an agent this morning about how tough this market is in terms of buyers and how are sellers deciding what offers to choose, and how are we deciphering data, and how can we use that to our advantage on the buying side. So I know several agents who've had listings. We're all keeping these spreadsheets. Like for instance, if I get a listing, I'm entering all the data in my spreadsheet and I'm providing it to my client in real time. It's just a Google sheet I share with her. And then I go through and I color coordinate and say, okay, the red ones we're really not going to consider. The yellow ones we can maybe consider. The green ones we're going to highly consider, right? And then it occurred to me, like, there's so much data in there that we can use on the buyer side. Like, yep, we have to get more listings. We know that. But we also have our buyers agents and people who are working with buyers, us here. I mean, I know we're getting really beat up. Like, it's terrible. So I wanted to put together like just like an hour-long mastermind where we share that data. And I can tell you, like, I'll show you my offers, obviously black out names, and then show you exactly my seller's mindset when we and what offer she chose, because it's not always the highest priced offer. We know that. And the other thing that I realized through this is that as agents, we think we're being really creative, but like all of our creativity is kind of like the same. You know, like I'm getting all this, you know, I got all these offers that are all at the same price point and offering the same amount on an inspection and the same amount on an appraisal. So they're all the same, except for maybe, you know, they're writing one letter and one person's having a baby in 3 hours. Cause I swear, like, that's like what we're getting. Like, so I wanted to know if that would be value to anybody, because I would ask other listing agents as well that I know are using the same spreadsheets to just come and bring it. And we can just really just talk through like the scenario, and I'll tell you exactly why my seller chose this offer and why this offer would be chosen.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I have buyers asking me all the time, well, what's the normal percentage we should be asking over? And I'm like, well, that's not, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to that question.
Yeah, it's just, it's funny because I've had agents who have just threw stupid amounts of money at us, right? And then, you know, they just call me like kind of with a chip on their shoulder. Well, like, of course you've accepted ours. Well, no, we didn't actually, because it's not always about the money, because there's no guarantee, you know, unless you're coming to the closing table with, you know, 2 duffel bags of unmarked bills, my seller's not getting that. So there's, like you said, a ton to consider. So, okay, so we'll get that on the calendar, like quickly, I would think in the next like short term here.
I mean, how much time do you think you would need, Tina? We can make it a part of a team meeting. I mean, it doesn't need to be a whole big, I guess, I don't know. How much time do you think you would need to have this sort of mastermind?
I mean, I would think like maybe 15-20 minutes just to like go through, show it, and just say, okay, this is it. You know, this was the house, this is what we picked, and this is what it looked like.
I mean, yeah, because I've seen like creative things like paying for a moving truck or just like it's stuff like that. Yeah, why don't you and I can talk about it, and I say we give a good chunk of a team meeting, a 20 minutes portion of a team meeting to have this sort of open conversation around it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, because I just know, like, I saw like horror stories over the weekend of like 40 some offers on a property. And like, I just know, like, I had a conversation this morning with Katie Ninkovic. I've been like thinking about everybody who's running with buyers right now, and I know you guys are tired. Does anybody have anything coming soon?
It was so funny because you were just slow like a robot and then you sped up. So right here, Mandy Miller said 46 offers on a West Allis listing. Like what? Oh my gosh. So everybody should get in a caravan and we should go door knock all of West Allis. I mean, seriously.
It's actually so sad. Like we've had a listing one listing a week for like the last 3 weeks, which is awesome. But the same group of buyers are following us. So I'm like, oh, it's Mandy and Jake again, and they're not gonna get it. Like it's terrible. So they're trying so hard. So hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Allison, you have one outside of Bayview, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 139. Holy mackerel, that's gonna get 7,000 offers.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, please.
Can we please go longer than 20 minutes on this? Because I'm seeing a Facebook post that was out on the North Shore group, and literally it had 123 comments on that post alone,
Yeah.
where everybody's trying to figure out what on earth is going on here and what's the best approach, even from the buy side as well as the sell side. So there's a lot of talk about this, and I don't think we're going to do it justice if we only give it 20 minutes for our office.
Yeah, and I was more saying that because our March is jam-packed, and I feel like this is a 911 urgency. Like, I don't want to wait till April. So it's looking at our training calendar and like, where do we fit this in? Like, where does it make the most sense? So, yeah, so that's the only reason I said team meeting, because it's urgent.
Yeah. Maybe we try and use up a whole team meeting for that then, like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll
Yeah.
We'll put it together nice where it's a nice presentation, and then we can also just share with you, right? Like I could easily share with you my Google spreadsheets, and then you can actually see like the comparison and how we did it and why the seller made the decision that they did.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So I'll let Tina just keep on going with the coming soons. It's already 1:02. So go ahead, Tina.
Anybody else? Anybody else have a coming soon?
I do. I'm driving, so I can't text.
Yeah,
I have a duplex on the south side of Milwaukee, South 8th Street. It's got 2 bedrooms down, 2 bedrooms up, plus a den on each floor. The upper has been totally remodeled, 135.
Nice. Nice.
I just put one in the chat. We've got a condo in Cudahy coming up, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, first floor, around 150, mid-March. And then we also have Menominee Falls going live the 26th of March. And that will be under 300, 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Excellent.
I have one coming up. It's a 4-bedroom, 1-bath in Waukesha. It'll be under 200, just under 2.
Okay.
Lifetime Realty Group has a 3-bedroom in Muskego. I believe it'll be 340. Really nice updated kitchen. That should go live today or tomorrow.
Awesome. Anyone else? Okay, guys, thanks for hanging over. Have an awesome week.
Have an awesome week. And I'm not kidding when I say it's time to door knock. Really, go door knock for the listings. Have a good one.
Yes, bye.
Bye.